Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Remember this guy? If you said Super Mario Logan, you would be correct. He was one, if not the biggest plush tuber of all time. He still kind of is, but he's more of a puppet tuber now. He helped push the plush community to where it is today, with 2020 being the spike of new plush tubers, until now where the genre has, well, died down. A lot of older plush tubers are growing up, leaving like cute Mario Bros. Some did stay, but a lot of newer and upcoming plush tubers quit. The reward and success for being a plush tuber wasn't there and still isn't. Plush tubers trying to tell a unique story with interesting characters and plots either quit or stay underrated, never to gain a big following like bigger plush tubers, which, even being plain and fitting in the crowd, stopped to work. Plus, if you wanted to be a storyteller or tell interesting stories, plush tubing is so restricted on how far you could take this media. Animation or live action or even a video game would be way better choice of telling your story. But was there a way to save the community? To help it stay relevant? Well, there was. But one of the reasons that the community is something I would like to touch upon today, why? Now to talk about plush reviewers. We need to discuss the first few reviewers in this community. The first few that I at least know of are WH Dude and MAF Dominus. They are SML reviewers, which made a lot of sense for at the time since the community was still very small. I never watched MAF, so I don't want to talk about him here since I have nothing to talk about, but I did watch WH Dude, and he reviewed all of SML for years, staying a dedicated fan and critic to a point where a lot of people found it weird how obsessive he seemed to be with Logan, even with his drama and personal life. But he slowly moved on a tiny bit from SML to review others like Crazy Mario Bros, as generic as that is, but he also reviewed MAF and made his own plush videos as well. That's when we go on to the era of MPK Reviews. MPK started his channel in 2018 reviewing Jeffy's driver's license. He later then started to review other plush tubers like NickNick121 and even shows and movies. He got well known in the plush community around 2020 when he started being more unique and reviewing other plush tubers, even smaller plush tubers. But his origins weren't great. All of his videos were really badly edited and done. His criticism most of the time made no sense, and he was just a dick. He later then reviewed a plush tuber by the name of Ice Flower Films, and this is where drama finally reached the boiling point, where both fan bases started arguing.
But today I'm going to be talking about MPK Reviews.
I'm so exhausted, but I'm gonna do a video because I haven't done one in months.
Just him screaming at kids for making videos he doesn't personally like. In fact, he goes as far as to tell people to dislike spam one of the videos. Here's the clip.
And I also want to give high respect for whoever else decides to drag this video through the mud with no mercy whatsoever in the future.
Just a little background on this guy. He makes reviews talking about kids' plush videos. It seems innocent enough. But today I'm going to tell you why MPK is possibly the worst reviewer in the plush community and why you should not listen to what he said.
Kind of a sorry excuse of a intro was that? Bro, I can see your feet and I can see your shadow.
He later did improve, he got better, and started to review videos a lot more fairly. Keep in mind that he was a kid when he made those old videos. Keep in mind, when MPK was doing reviews, this is when the plush community was at its peak. Also, due to quarantine, everyone had free time and many new faces joined the plush community. MPK criticized SML videos and other plush tubers' videos. Instead of just saying there was a problem, he would also try to give advice to other plush tubers to help them create better and more unique videos. He inspired a lot of people not to blend in with the crowd, to not do the same humor as everyone else, and what to do to improve our videos as a community. He also gave positive reviews and actually shared the spotlight to plush tubers that are so underrated and tried to help them gain more of a following. He also reviews cartoons, shows, movies. He isn't just a plush reviewer either. Then he left. Or I guess still makes videos, but he has his own life. YouTube isn't a job for him, so his videos are few and far between. But this left a hole in the community. MPK got busy with life as every other plush tuber did. Many left for personal reasons, realized that YouTube isn't their thing, or that their characters and stories can be adapted to so much better material. You don't gain anything in this community anymore. It died and even bigger plush tubers are leaving, like Cute Mario Bros. Logan isn't even a plush tuber anymore. He's a puppet tuber, and he's getting stale, boring, and with everyone else being kinda the same in this community, why even be in it? Especially with MPK gone, there was no other unique plush reviewer like him. Nobody to listen to and talk to in this community, leaving only the SML critics to stay. So while writing this video, MPK returned, so yeah. But I wanted to keep this segment in to show his importance in the community and what the state of the community is in. Here we come back to SML critics and the issue with them now. The ones I've heard of recently are RayRants, the SMR, and Super Mario Nick. Only one I have tuned into is RayRants. His channel is all SML and just SML reviews and commentaries. He only talks about Logan. He isn't like MPK, who is involved in this community trying to help and keep it alive and make others maybe even be better creators than Logan himself. But no, RayRants is just an SML critic, speaking nonsense since any criticism given to Logan isn't heard, isn't used, and isn't even considered. We learned this a long time ago with WH Dude and GameCube Dude, and every other person criticizing Logan, hoping he would hear us. But he didn't, and he usually never does. Take the puppets for example. Logan could listen, get a design team, or even hire a few concept artists on Twitter and see which ones are the best. With SMG4 and his redesigns, he listened to his community and got design artists to redesign the characters and listen to his fans' input. And it worked. That's why I'm still an SMG4 fan. SMG4 listens, and you can tell he just loves his content and the world he created. Logan doesn't care. And why would he? He makes so much money making the same thing over and over. He has a family. YouTube isn't his main priority anymore, unless, well, it's for money. Now, why is this an issue? Well, because Ray only cares about SML. And instead of taking MPK's approach and trying to actually help the plush community and give smaller plush tubers criticism so they can avoid their own mistakes and the mistakes Logan made, Ray is just beating the same dead horse over and over. Even when he reviewed smaller plush tubers, they weren't even small plush tubers or ones that needed recognition. Remember how he said small plush tubers? Well, he was trying to watch Crazy Mario Bros on that stream, which I like Crazy's content, plus we are friends. But Crazy already has a platform. He isn't a small plush tuber. And other than Crazy, Ray was just watching SML parody channels, SML related content, and plush tubers that were already big. None of these being small plush tubers that need the recognition. He comes off like an obsessive fanboy. He didn't watch geek films, AMP, Action Koopa movies, which made a giant plush tuber collab to celebrate the community, which I am in that. One thing I'd like to make clear is I am not criticizing RayRants for liking SML. Shit, I'm eating up essay videos on SML. I used to binge watch SML. You can have a hyperfixation and love something. The issue is, Ray comes off as obsessive and lies to fans about watching smaller plush tubers. He rarely ever took anyone's suggestions unless it was big plush tubers or SML parody channels that he already watched. What this does is it hides this community's talent under the rug Unlike MPK, where you brought up the community's issues and ways to fix them. Ways to help PlushTubers be creative and not just SML copycats. I wouldn't be making this video if it was just this. What made me make this video is Ray criticizing MPK for attacking PlushTubers and kids? I could not make this shit up. This is what made me make this video, to show that Ray is an obsessive SML fanboy and that he ruins the plush community by sweeping its talent and issues under the rug. Calling MPK's videos genuinely bad? She probably only watched the SML ones from like 2020, so I mean understandable, I guess. I don't hate any of the people in this video, but it's embarrassing to watch someone have a take on something they know nothing about or care to know about. I'm here to defend MPK, and I'm just gonna let him say what he wants to say, and yeah, good job MPK. Yeah.
So, a while ago, I had responded to a statement by RayRants where he said that I, quote, bully kids in my reviews. And what I said in question caused a bit of a stir. Mainly because people were being deliberately disingenuous or obtuse. So, to make it clear right off the bat, it is perfectly okay to not agree with every point I make in my reviews, find flaws within my work, or even dislike me as a person. You are completely entitled to believing any of those things, as the type of content you enjoy is almost completely subjective. However, regardless of whether or not you find me to be harsh when it comes to the videos I critique, saying that I go after and even outright bully children is a pretty gross lie that I don't exactly take lightly. As stated within the pinned comment of that RayRants post, which a lot of people conveniently decided to ignore, I stated out of the 7 reviews I made within the past year and a half of the time, 2 of which were children and I was far more lenient with. However, I do acknowledge that with Fire, there were certain points within the video where I was being way too harsh, mainly in regards to the overabundance of meta jokes. I still stand by the fact that this overabundance is, in fact, a problem with the video, but even if it got incredibly annoying, I still should have stepped back and took it down a notch because of the fact Fire was a kid and probably wasn't aware of just how badly these jokes would backfire. To keep talking about him, Fire at the time of the original Evil Luigi review that will probably be delisted once PlushCrossing's video goes up, was apparently receiving a lot of criticism for his content, and I inadvertently added fuel to that fire. At the time, I had no idea this was happening, but I still feel really bad about doing this, so this is another reason why I chose to delist the video, which a lot of people are seeming to ignore the post I made about that. Can't imagine why. Anyways, let's make something clear. My channel is not, has not been, and will never be rooted specifically with the goal of demotivating people and making them want to quit. I never wish for anyone to quit, and I'd be crushed if I found out someone quit their dream because of me. I am no threat to your channel or your livelihood. All I wish to do is provide my perspective as a critic and a writer to help people grow their content. Am I harsh at times? Yes, I will never deny this. And I will never deny that I've gone way too far at certain points with how I deliver my criticism. However, specifically saying that I bully children on my platform is a lie that I have proven false time and time and time again. And to RayRants himself, I'm sure he's a fine person. But this is a claim that I do not take lightly, and I do think he needs to reevaluate my content if he truly believes this is what I do. I don't really have anything else to add after that, so watch my series, PlushCrossing Sings, in the next episode. Goodbye!
That's to me how the plush community fell apart. Part of it being everyone either growing up, realizing YouTube isn't for them, or that their amazing and beautiful ideas and stories won't ever be heard. With reviewers like RayRants that don't care about making the community better and seeing better stories, only caring about SML and retelling the same stories over and over again, as history repeats itself. Hello again. After my last video, I really wasn't expecting to make another video on Ray, but here we are. If you want to skip to any part of the video, I will have timestamps to each section I will be discussing about, so there's that. Now RayRants. The last time I made a video about him was 4 months ago when I criticized him for being overly obsessive with SML, lying to his fans about watching other plush tubers, and spreading misinformation about MPK Reviews. Check out that video if you'd like. And anyways, this is the story of RayRants. Before we get to the big allegations, I want to address the elephant in the room since this will be my last video on Ray. Ray responded to our video on him. In a community post that I can no longer access since the channel is deleted, he stated that he saw the video and that's no big deal. And that he isn't going to make a video on me since I was just critiquing him, and he wants to make it clear he doesn't hate Logan and he only critiques his content. Ray completely missed the point of the entire video, and if you're watching this, Ray, then this was the point of my video.
You are obsessed with Super Mario Logan and don't give smaller plush tubers the chance to shine.
You lied to your fans about watching their favorite plush tubers on stream. You also tried to say MPK attacks kids in his reviews when he doesn't at all. Actually, speaking of MPK... Ray responded to MPK's video on SML. MPK saying how Logan isn't really a good person and has done terrible stuff in the past. And how Logan's videos have pedophilia, racism, sexism, and homophobia in them. Which I agree with, since there's a lot of SML videos with weird and really uncomfortable jokes. Like when Cody's mom turns herself into a child to date and have sex with another child.
Yeah, shoot, with this thing's gonna turn into a 12-year-old. Alright, Mom, prepare to get blasted.
Oh, Cody, I'm young and hot again. Now I can date hot young guys. Thank you so much.
Or how Logan scammed his fans by never giving them their Patreon shoutouts, or when Logan decided to send revenge of Tito to a group chat full of or all the stereotypes in the show that harm the minorities it's making fun of. Ray responded to MPK stating how Logan isn't a bad person and it's awful to wish bad things on him. That Logan's career shouldn't get ruined over this. Which I can agree to a certain extent, but Logan should still be held accountable for his actions. He is a grown man with a large following full of kids that are impressionable and take after Logan. The reason I never responded to any of these situations is because in reality, they are all nothing burgers. There isn't anything worth saying for an entire video on Ray again. That was until the allegations. A while ago, word had been getting around that Ray was sexting minors. No proof had been shown, just people saying he did do it, so Ray responded to the allegations and said in a Google Doc that I'll link in the description, that him and a few friends were in a Discord server and the minor acted creepy from the start, stating how she clinged onto them and was mentally unstable, stating how she also had a bad habit of accusing people. Ray only talked to her because she was mentally unstable and suicidal, trying to make her feel better, and this was Ray's response, and for a while, everyone was on his side. Everyone was okay with this. Until Mr. Enter responded. I won't be discussing everything that happened, and that's because Mr. Enter's already done a video that you should go watch yourself because he put so much effort into putting everything together, and yeah, go watch his video and give him some support for all the stuff he had to go through with this. I'm just going to cover the screenshots of Ray, and if you're just here to figure out if Ray actually did sex the then yes, he actually did. Ray back in 2020 was 20 years old, and he was having sexual conversations with a 15-year-old. Yeah, not good, and it's genuinely disgusting, and I won't be reading any of these out loud, so here are all the screenshots if you want to see. Ray states that she was coming onto him first, which doesn't make it any better and is not an excuse for you. You still engaged with a child and sexted one. It doesn't matter if she came onto you first because you still engaged. Also, there's this thing called a block button. I don't know if you know it exists, but it's there and you should have used it. The whole situation is so much more complicated than this, but for the allegations, this is everything you need to know. If you want to know more about the entire situation and everyone else involved, I'd suggest you watch Mr. Enter's video, because he discusses everything in a lot better detail than I ever could. This morning, on July 2nd, RayRants decided to delete his YouTube channel for good. He hasn't given a response since the deletion of his YouTube channel. Some of his other socials are still up though. This will be the last video I'll be making on RayRants. There isn't much to discuss about him, and all of my issues were with his content originally. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, you should subscribe so we could hit 2K. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Have a wonderful day, and yeah, see ya. I do now feel like the SML community in some way is ending, with a bunch of big major creators in it are leaving, like MAF Dominus. He was someone that was there since the beginning with WH Dude. The whole RayRants thing has just been going everywhere around the community. And yeah, I wanted to put those two videos I made on Ray together after people saw my thoughts on, you know, the current situation back then. Why I didn't like his content, not him as a person, but I guess now that's changed. Yeah, it's pretty much the end of the video. MAF left. The SML community is dying. SML itself is really not that interesting anymore, and I'm probably going to delete this video and the other ones soon. I just don't want my channel associated with Sumario Logan anymore. I don't find his channel like amusing or cool. The last thing I found interesting was, well, you know, the Plushy era, and the most recent thing is literally the Five Nights at Freddy's series, because that's where he kind of did try with it. Other than that, I don't watch him anymore. I don't watch his content. A lot of his newer content feels rushed, very unnatural, and like his characters and like his pacing feels so unnatural. And like before, like the pacing was slow, but everything felt natural. The interactions felt natural, and then it kind of got more fast paced, but everything felt natural. Now it feels like it has an even faster pace, and sometimes even a slower pace, but it feels so unnatural. Everything does not mesh well together. I don't even know if Logan's trying, and honestly I understand if he doesn't even try with videos, because it's like, why would you when like you could just shit out the same video over and over again and get so much money? But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the entire Ray situation, the SML community. I'm not going to be commenting on this anymore unless, unless this video does really well and you guys give me some damn money. I'm just joking. Well, halfway. But seriously though, I'm probably going to delete these SML videos, so if you want to re-upload them, just credit me. But yeah, these videos will be gone because I really don't want to associate with this community at all. I don't like Logan or his content or the community in general. Yeah, it's not a community I want to be in anymore. Anyways, yeah, that's about the end of the video. Check out my actual stuff, the stuff that I actually enjoy making, and yeah, see ya.